Welcome back into Scolinas Field on the campus of the Cal Poly Pomona Broncos for the second game of two of a doubleheader between the Inland Valley Bucs and the Palm Springs Power. Austin Holler will lead it off for Palm Springs. They won the first game against the Bucs 14-0 against the righty Moises Escobedo. Adam Oppenheim alongside Jayce Cicinelli. Glad you could join us from Pomona, California. First pitch, swing and a miss, strike one on Austin Holler. A game that got out of hand quickly. Power were up 8-0 in the first 3 innings and just kept on adding on runs. A game that ended in 7 innings. Next pitch is outside ball 1, so both these teams conserving their pitching staffs a bit with just a 7-inning contest. Here's the next pitch to Holler. It's taken just outside. The count is 2 balls with 1 strike, no outs, top of the first. No score. Power in the Bucs, game 2. Temperature in Pomona, 93 degrees, just a slight breeze. The 2-1 pitch. It's a pop-up on the infield. Grant Gray will move out into the outfield to make the catch right in front of Noah Madol for the first out. So let's get you the Power lineup following Austin Holler after he popped out to the shortstop, Gray. Bubba Thompson will hit second. Andrew Rivas will hit third, followed by the cleanup hitter, Alonso Reyes. Aiden Perez will hit fifth. Angel Cortez will hit sixth. And the bottom third of the lineup, Fred Buxton, Nick Eli, and Michael Gonzalez. Facing the righty, Moises Escobedo. And we'll get you the Inland Valley Bucs defense in just a moment for game 2 of the doubleheader. Here is Bubba Thompson. Takes the first pitch outside ball 1. He had a big game 1, Jayce, with 4 runs batted in.
Yeah, you talk about 3 for 4, 3 singles, 4 RBIs, 1 walk, and 1 run scored, and player of the game in game 1.
Next pitch is a breaking ball, catches the zone, and it's 1-1 on Bubba Thompson, who had a 2-run homer yesterday in his Power debut and played great in the first game of the doubleheader, including on the defensive end, the 1-1 pitch. It's on the ground on 1 hop to the shortstop, Gray. He's going to collect and fire. It's a low throw and picked out of there by Nielsen for the second out. So 2 up, 2 down for Moises Escobedo.
Yeah, good start for him. And talking to Bubba, we both talked about him actually about it earlier, Adam, that he's never played in center field. So it'd be fun to see him controlling the outfield in this one on the defensive side.
He said he's maybe played left field once. So when we introduce the Power defense, that will be very interesting to watch. The first pitch is outside to Andrew Rivas. He had a big first game with 2 hits and reached 4 times. And skies that pitch into the infield. Third baseman Ponigaban will make the catch for the 3rd out. So 1-2-3 inning for Moises Escobedo. We get to the bottom of the first. No score between the Power and the Bucs. You're listening to Palm Springs Power Baseball on the Power Baseball Radio Network. Welcome back to the Palm Springs Power Radio Network. No score between the Power and the Bucs. We head to the bottom of the first inning. It'll be Holden Phelps, the 6'5", 215-pound right-hander out of University of Pittsburgh. 3-0 on the year in 20 and a third innings. He has a .44 ERA. Last time against the Havasu Heat, just a couple days ago, won an inning, allowed 2 runs, 0 were earned. He has 1 earned run on the year. It came June 5th against the Santa Clarita Victory. And we'll face Jared Hawking, who will begin the bottom of the first. First pitch from Phelps. It's in there for a strike. Holden Phelps. Just been a terrific pitcher for Casey Still's team this summer. Here comes the next pitch. Just misses inside. Holden Phelps from Pittsburgh. And came the way of the Missouri Tigers before that. It's 1 ball, 1 strike on Jared Hawking out of UCLA. Next pitch just misses the bottom of the zone. It's 2-1 in 2023 for Phelps. 1-1 with a 7.03 ERA and 10 appearances. Started 5 games, 24 and a third innings, 23 strikeouts and 10 walks. As that ball is a fly ball down the first base line. It's going to be a tough play. It drops in fair territory above Austin Haller at first base. Haller couldn't make the play. Neither could Rivas in right field. It's a leadoff base hit for Jared Hawking here in the bottom of the first.
Yeah, and that's one of those plays right there at no man's land, just right behind there. Haller's glove just out of the reach, and a bloop single to open up the ball game for the Bucs.
Brings up Grant Gray, who's in a white jersey, so the third jersey is he'll square around a bunt and foul it back to Reyes behind the plate. We have the Bucs in some black shirts, also some gray shirts, and now a white jersey. Don't think that's an Inland Valley Bucs jersey. It looks like you just tossed on jersey you had in the closet, possibly. No balls, 1 strike, no outs. Phelps delivers the pitch. It misses outside. It's 1-1. The lineup for the Inland Valley Bucs after Jared Hawking, it's Grant Gray at the plate. Ryan Ruck's on deck. Jake Long's in the hole, the cleanup hitter. Andres Nielsen will hit 5th, followed by Ben Carter hitting 6th. And we'll tell you last few hitters after this pitch. That catches the top of the zone. It's 1-2. Ben Carter hits 6th. Kyle Poganibin will hit 7th, followed by Noah Maddell hitting 8th. 9-10 is Martin Sanchez and Alex Cummings. Runner takes off for second and Hawking. Pitch is fouled off above the Bucs dugout. So we stay at 1 ball and 2 strikes, and you got to think the Bucs are going to try to be aggressive on the bases, just make some more opportunities happen for their hitters. They got down early and fell behind into a deep, deep hole, Jayce, and they had no chance to dig themselves out.
Yeah, I mean, when you start down as early as they did, 8-0 after 3 innings, that's not a winning recipe. When you're
is the 1-2 pitch. It's lined into right field, base hit, back-to-back hits for the Inland Valley Bucs, and is a good way to start for the Bucs. They have first and second, no outs.
Yeah, good inside-out swing right there to the right side. But going back to last game, when you're starting as down as you are, 8-0 after 3 innings, the offense wasn't really getting going against Brenton Fields. Threw the ball very well, 5 shutout innings. And, I mean, you just had 10 hits within the first 3 innings for Power last game on 8 runs.
So no outs, and it brings up Ryan Ruck, who swings at the first pitch. Fly ball to Andrew Rivas. He's going to come on it. He's going to make the catch. Tagging for third is Hawking. The throw is not going to be in time as Cortez catches it just into the infield. Throw came up a little short. So it's a fly out to the right fielder, Rivas, but advancing to third is Hawking. I think the Inland Valley Bucs only got someone on third 1 time in the first game. Let's give you the Palm Springs Power defense in the outfield from left to right. Aiden Perez is in left field. Bubba Thompson starts in center. Andrew Rivas is in right field. Holden Phelps ready to deliver to Long. First pitch, crushing down the first base line, but well foul. It was all over that pitch, but came up way early. In the infield, Angel Cortez mans the hot corner. Michael Gonzalez is at short. Right side of the infield, Nick Eli at second base. Austin Haller at first. Alonzo Reyes behind the plate, catching the Holden Phelps 0-1 pitch. That misses low. It's 1-1 as Grant Gray steals second base without a throw. So it's second and third with 1 out for the Inland Valley Bucs and a chance to strike first. after the Power hopped off to a quick lead in doubleheader game 1. The 1-1 pitch misses low. It's 2 balls and 1 strike.
Yeah, it's a big pitch here for Phelps. Already he's given up 2 base hits, both to the right side. Trying to get back on track with a big pitch.
2-1 pitch in a ruck. It's fouled off down the third baseline, looking for a big strikeout to keep the runners put. Rolling out a way different lineup than we've seen most of the summer. Of course, that comes with not wanting to overutilize some of these players. 2 games in 1 day. 2-2 pitch to Jake Long. This is going to be a fly ball to left center field. Bubba Thompson moving over and under into the gap. He makes the catch. Tagging and scoring is going to be Jared Hawking. The Bucs are on the board. It's 1-0 on the sacrifice fly from Jake Long.
Yeah, we talked about Jake Long and the power that he has, the 13 doubles back at Santa Ana last year. Batting average around 353, and he's just a guy who just puts bats on barrels, can barrel them up all sides of the field, showing why right there. Sac fly RBI and the first run of the game.
1-0 Bucs, and on that play, Grant Gray also tagged and went to third. Brings up Andres Nielsen, the lefty. First pitch swing and a miss, strike 1. First earned run given up by Holden Phelps since June 5th. So over a month and approximately a week. Here comes the next pitch on the ground softly to Haller, but it's fouled down the first base line. So it's 0-2.
Yeah, and also you have that runner now at third, and I mean, if you're a wild pitch away from getting another run here against Power in the first, but you know, Power with their best inning of the season scoring in the second inning. Got to add more here for the Bucs.
0-2 pitch to Nielsen. On the outside corner, strike 3, and he knew it. Holden Phelps retires the side, but the Inland Valley Bucs get on the board first on a sacrifice fly from Jake Long. 2 hits in the inning. The Bucs lead at 1-0 over the Power as we head to the top of the second. You're listening to Palm Springs Power Baseball on the Power Baseball Radio Network. Back here in Pomona, California at Scolinos Field on the campus of the Cal Poly Pomona Broncos. Alonzo Reyes will begin the top of the second. The Power trail 1-0. And Moises Escobedo's first pitch is low, ball 1. He had a 1-2-3 first inning. Austin Haller, Bubba Thompson, Andrew Rivas all out. And the Bucs have scored their first run of the day after they lost the first game 14-0 in 7 innings. 1-0 pitch is fouled off to the left side. And count moves to 1-1. Alonzo Reyes. Jayce, that has to feel good, though, for the Bucs getting off to an early lead in game 2.
Yeah, I mean, after losing 14-0, they didn't even score a run, and you get one in the first inning against a very good pitcher in Phelps. That's what you're trying to do here in game 2.
Next pitch is in the dirt to Alonzo Reyes, and the count moves to 2-1. Next pitch is a chopper down the first base line, rolls foul. So Inland Valley Bucs able to conserve some arms. It looked like they were just trying to get out of that first game. And for Palm Springs, they only used 2 arms in the game as the 2-2 pitch misses outside. We move to a full count. This will be a big leadoff runner if Palm Springs and Alonzo Reyes can reach first. Escobedo delivers the full count pitch. It's lined into left field. Madole will go back into his right. He's going to make the catch for out number 1. So a hard hit ball by Alonzo Reyes, but it's out number 1 in the top of the second.
Yeah, it's out number 1, and so far for Moises getting quick outs on the rubber, and talk about no strikeouts yet, but he's getting those quick outs, and they're going to need him to go deep in this ball game for the Bucs here. Probably going to be a 9-inning game here. Obviously, the first one was 7 with the blowout 14-0 victory, so going to be a long here game 2. Good start for him.
Aiden Perez will take a first pitch off speed for a strike. Moises Escobedo has looked extremely comfortable on the mound so far throughout the first 4+ hitters. 0-1 with 1 out, Aiden Perez. 1-0 Bucs. Top of the second. Power looking for the first base runner. That's going to be a ground ball to Grant Gray at shortstop. He'll field and fire on the run, throws high, but caught by Nielsen at first base. And 2 up, 2 down in the second, and the first 5 of the game retired by Moises Escobedo.
Yeah, and this is kind of the start to that power game last night where they were hitless in the first 3 innings, and a lot of quick 3 up, 3 downs in that inning. And Cortez here trying to provide the first hit for power.
Angel Cortez will stand in with 2 outs. And the top of the second gets the first pitch from Escobedo. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Escobedo working quickly on the mound. Already in his wind-up position again. He's going to turn, a leg kick, and fire home. On the ground of the third baseman, Paganiban will fire to first in time. Another 1-2-3 inning from Moises Escobedo. 6 up, 6 down. Power held scoreless throughout the first 2 innings. We head to the bottom of the second. Bucs lead the Power. It's 1-0. You're listening to Palm Springs Power Baseball on the Power Baseball Radio Network. Welcome back to Palm Springs Power Baseball. First pitch in is a strike to Ben Carter from Holden Phelps. Ben Carter starting at second base, second game of the doubleheader for the Inland Valley Bucs. Here comes the 0-1 pitch from Phelps. Off-speed pitch, catches the outside corner. It's quickly 0-2 on Carter. Adam Oppenheim alongside Jayce Cicinelli. Glad you could join us here in Pomona, California. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Misses high, a fastball upstairs. And the count's 1-2 with no outs, bottom of the second. Holden Phelps ready. Leg kick and delivery home. High in sight. The count's at 2-2. Holden Phelps allowed 2 hits in the first inning, the first 2 to reach in Hawking and Gray. And Jake Long Brought Hawking home on a sacrifice fly to the center fielder, Bubba Thompson. Holden Phelps out of the windup, the 2-2 pitch. Got a piece of it and fouls it back, did Ben Carter. So a good fight by Carter here. The leadoff runner aboard would be so important for the Inland Valley Bucs. You have a feeling they're going to have a better showing than Game 1, Jayce.
Yeah, so far Phelps really hasn't established his secondary pitches yet, and when you haven't done that, you're just thinking fastball.
2-2 pitch, off-speed pitch, misses inside, well inside on the righty Carter. And it's 3-2.
Right there, a secondary pitch. Trying to establish it in the strike zone. Hasn't found a lot of success. And you can just be sitting dead red.
3-2 pitch. That's going to be launched into center field. Bubba Thompson. Slow start, but will now come in to make the catch. Jayce, this is tough for Bubba Thompson. Never started in center fields. Played left field possibly once. Those were his words. And got a good read on that ball, but anything that drops quicker, it's going to be tough for Bubba Thompson.
Yeah, you see him go first step back. Kind of got a late read on it, but because it hung up enough, he's able to come back on it, make the out number 1, and that's good for Phelps to get the first out of the inning.
Kyle Ponganiban takes the first pitch, low and away, ball 1. Ponganiban started the first game at shortstop this time. He will be at third base.
And one thing we haven't really mentioned, Adam, is Angel Cortez at third today. That's the first time we've seen him all season long there.
1-0 pitch to Ponganiban. It's a foul ball in foul territory. In comes Austin Haller. He makes the catch in front of the Inland Valley Bucs dugout for out number 2. Really good jump by Austin Haller. Him, Phelps, and Reyes were going to converge. Haller made the early call. Called off both of them and made the catch for out number 2.
Yeah, that's a good play. We talked about how big the foul territory is here back in the first game, but Haller coming out from his first base position. He had to travel a long way, but able to track it down, a big out number 2.
Brings up Noah Madole. With 2 outs in the second, Holden Phelps looking for a 1-2-3 second inning. First pitch misses high for ball 1. Madole faces a 1-0 count from Phelps. Here it comes home, and he fouls it off right at, or in front of home plate, rather. If you missed the first game, glad you could join us for the second. First game was a blowout in favor of the Power, 14-0 the final in 7 innings. They scored 6 runs in the first 3 innings and didn't score in only 2 innings the entire game. The 4th and the 7th, they scored no runs. The other innings was just a pouncing on Bucs pitching. The 1-1 pitch misses inside. Off-speed pitch, 2 balls and 1 strike. Another beautiful day for baseball for both these games. The 2-1 pitch on the ground of Cortez. He's going to back up. He's going to make a strong throw across the diamond, which he does for out number 3. 1-2-3 inning. Angel Cortez, no problem over there at the hot corner. We head to the third. 1-0 Inland Valley leads Palm Springs. You're listening to Palm Springs Power Baseball on the Power Baseball Radio Network. Fred Buxton is first up for the Palm Springs Power in the top of the third. They trail 1-0. No runners aboard against Moises Escobedo. Buxton takes the first pitch high on a fastball. It's 1-0. Power had so much traffic on the bases throughout the early innings against the Bucs in game one. It's a swing and a miss, strike one. Off-speed pitch. Buxton was way out in front. Took a hefty hack.
Yeah, he takes big hacks as we talked about in the first game, and he loves to swing hard.
The 1-1 pitch just misses above the zone. Goes to 2-1. Count on Fred Buxton.
And he loves to hit pitches in the lower part of the zone, but he doesn't get pitched a lot there down in the zone.
Here comes the 2-1 pitch from Escobedo. It's fouled off to the right side as a car just goes by where that baseball landed. Now, not a lot of balls have landed over the net, but we've also not seen a lot of cars on sort of this back road behind Scolino's field. Here's the 2-2 pitch, lined right back up the middle. The backhand play made by Ben Carter, not going to be in time. Base hit Fred Buxton. Looked like it was easily going to get through, but it looked like it was not hit extremely hard by Buxton, even though it sounded hard off his bat. The backhand play by Carter could not be made as he backhanded and fired. The first wasn't in time. Infield single. First base run of the game for Palm Springs.
Yeah, good job for Buxton. Just putting the ball in play, and that's all you got to do. When you put the ball in play, let the defense work. You find a hole at the middle, and even though the good range shown right there from the second baseman Carter, he's still able to beat it out.
Here is Nick Eli. They're going to throw back to Buxton at first base. Andres Nielsen knocked it down in front of him as the throw's in the dirt from Escobedo. Nick Eli in the first game pitch hit for Alonso Reyes, who is the DH. He was 0 for 2 in that game. Now gets the start. First pitch into Eli. Outside corner, strike one. It's part of the PSCL, but also has been up with the Power for every game. The Lumberjacks, they got off to that flaming hot start in the PSCL, and you have simmered out as their season came to a screeching halt in the playoffs. No balls, one strike. Taken for a strike. Good pitch from Escobedo. It's no balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, you mentioned it came to a halt there in the playoffs after the first round bye as the 1 seed. And how about a complete game from Peyton Von Candle from the A's in that league, who's also with the Power now.
The 0-2 pitch. Before that, it's going to check on Buxton at first base, back in time. Buxton is aboard with the leadoff single. First base runner of the game for Palm Springs. They trail 1-0 against the Inland Valley Bucs, game 2 of the doubleheader. No balls, 2 strikes. Moises Escobedo delivers to the plate. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Tied up Eli on a fastball. And that's a big out, number 1 here in the third.
Yeah, that's just a great pitch. Tied him up, as you mentioned, the perfect way to say it. And, I mean, that's just a tough pitch as a hitter coming in like that. And you're trying to, as a hitter, tell yourself if you're going to swing or not, and that's just one of those in-between pitches.
In steps Michael Gonzalez with 1 out runner on first. Buxton. See if he tries to take off for second. He'll stay put. And it's a flare shot down the first base line, giving chases Nielsen. And will foul into foul territory down the right field line.
Yeah, we've already seen 1 ball caught on a pop-up from the other first baseman from Power, Austin Haller, and try to give that one a reach there.
0-1 on Michael Gonzalez. Buxton on first base. Top of the third. 0-1 pitch. Squares around a bunt. Will lay it down. It's going to be a play by Alex Cummings behind the plate. Will throw to first just in time to get out Michael Gonzalez. Sacrifice bunt for Michael Gonzalez as the Bucs go 2-3 for the second out. And Buxton moves over to second base. That would have been a really tough play if that was Escobedo grabbing that ball, Jayce.
Yeah, that's a good job for Gonzalez, recognizing all you got to do, get your job done in the bottom of the order as far as getting that sack bunt. And now you give the bat here to Austin Haller, who has been struggling a little bit, but he's still right there at the top as far as one of the better hitters in this Power lineup, with an RBI opportunity as well.
Austin Haller with the runner on second. Buxton, first pitch, yeah. Catches the outside corner, strike 1. Austin Haller out of the leadoff position. It's been mostly a similar top of the lineup For the Palm Springs Power, it's been Eli Brown. That's been Austin Haller. That's been Aiden Torek, Noah Blythe. Aiden Torek not here today. And Austin Haller didn't play in the first game, but is here to start the second one, and he faces 0-1 pitch with 2 outs. Escobedo takes a look at Buxton at second, delivers home. The pitch just got a piece of it, did Haller.
And you're seeing the good cuts from Haller, but not so much the contact that we saw. Trying to time up his timing. You saw him taking a lot of swings and in between these 2 games. Just trying to get his timing down, trying to get back on track. That's what he was trying to do.
0-2 on Haller with the runner at second, 2 outs, top of the third. Power down 1. Can they tie it up? The 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. Moises Escobedo with 2 strikeouts in the inning. He's held the Power scoreless through 3. We head to the home half of the third. Bucs bats coming up. You're listening to Power Baseball on the Power Baseball Radio Network. Martin Sanchez will begin the bottom of the third with the Bucs leading the Power by a score of 1-0. First pitch is low from Holden Phelps. It's 1-0. Holden Phelps threw a 1-2-3 second inning after running into trouble in the first. Second pitch is a fly ball to right field. Andrew Rivas will come in and make the catch for the first out of the third. The extra hitter Sanchez is retired. It brings up Alex Cummings, the catcher.
Good job from Phelps after that first inning where he didn't have his best stuff going and was able to get a 1-2-3 inning, couple soft contacts last inning, and right there on a couple pitches get the first out on a shallow can of corn fly out.
A game that's moving pretty quickly once again is with 1 out. Cummings swings at the first pitch. Had his mind made up that he was going to swing. That pitch was well low. It bounced before the plate. It's a swing and a miss, strike 1. Game that was originally supposed to start at 4 started really 345, 350. Swing and a miss, strike 2 on a pitch that was below the zone as well. It's quickly 0-2. But Jayce, a 7-inning game and 14-0 score. Usually indicates that if we have a second game you're going to be playing, you might as well just close it after 7 innings. The 0-2 pitch on the outside corner, strike 3. Cummings knew it. He's down on strikes, second strikeout rather for Phelps. And there's 2 down here in the bottom of the third.
Yeah, that's a good pitch sequence right there. Continuing to stick to the heater, 0-2 count. And, you know, a lot of times a hitter, you're expecting that breaking pitch. And looked like he was guessing and just takes a fastball right on the perfect spot on the outside corner.
Really tough at bat for Alex Cummings. Swung at 2 pitches way out of the zone and took the pitch on the outside corner for strike 3. That first pitch misses low to Jared Hawking, who had a single and came around a score back in the first. Only run on the scoreboard so far from Scalino's field. Cal Poly Pomona. That pitch is hit softly out to left center field. Aiden Perez is coming on. It's going to drop in front of him. Jared Hawking, another base hit. He's 2 for 2. And the Bucs have a runner on first with 2 outs.
Yeah, good swing from Hawkins. So far, 2 good swings, actually. Now 2 for 2 in the ball game, and just doing a good job continuing to hit him well early on in this ball game.
Grant Gray also had a single in the first inning. Stole second base as well. See how far Hawking takes the lead. Pretty sizable lead, and the first pitch is a strike on a fastball from Grant Gray. Grant Gray, the shortstop for the Bucs for Game 2 of the doubleheader. The 0-1 pitch. Misses outside. The count's 1-1 with 2 outs. 1 run in the first inning for the Bucs was scored on a sacrifice fly from Jake Long. That scored Jared Hawking, who now stands on first base after his second at-bat. He singled. The 1-1 pitch. It's softly chopped on the ground at Angel Cortez. Fires on the run in time to get Gray. Holden Phelps gives up 1 hit in the inning. Puts another 0 on the scoreboard. We head to the top of the 4th between the Power and the Bucs. Low scoring game. It's 1-0 Bucs. You're listening to Palm Springs Power Baseball on the Power Baseball Radio Network.
Back here for the top of the 4th. Power with the 2-3-4 hitters due up. A 1-0 low-scoring affair and a quick one. First pitch was at 3:45 and just 4:23. About 35 minutes just through the first 3 innings. As first pitch to Bubba Thompson. Does catch the outside corner. Moises has done a good job on the rubber so far. 3 shutout innings, just 1 hit allowed. And that 1 hit was an infield single from Fred Buxton. 0-1, and that's an overthrown breaking ball. Misses high and in to Thompson. 1 ball, 1 strike.
The key for Escobedo is he's gotten ahead of a lot of the Palm Springs hitters, throwing a lot of first pitch strikes.
Here's the 1-1 to Thompson. And he serves a high pop-up right behind the home plate area. And that one nearly hits the crowd here behind us, but luckily they were okay.
Hey, someone said heads up.
Definitely didn't make it more as close as that landed. So Thompson fouls off the next one by the power dugout, and we'll do it again at a ball and 2 strikes.
I mean, he said, thanks, I didn't even know it was coming my way, but still, it's not like the ball will decide not to hit you if you're like, know it ahead of time.
It's the 1-2 slider, runs outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes, the count to Thompson. Out of the windup, the 2-2 pitch. And there's a line drive up the middle, base hit into center field. And Thompson leaving right back where he left off last game with another hit.
Bubba Thompson is just an all-around player. For the PSCL, he plays at shortstop. Played at third base the first game. In center field for the second game of the doubleheader. And he can just hit the ball with the best of them.
Yeah, you saw the talent all summer long, and you're like, this guy should have been on power all summer. And so far, He's showing it why right here. Already now his 4th hit for power, including a home run. 4 RBIs as the first one misses to Andrew Rivas, who's 0 for 1 with a pop-out. Rivas had a big first game. 2 for 3 in the first game, 2 runs scored, an RBI. Also a hit by pitch and a walk, reached on base 4 out of the 5 plate appearances. 1-0 to Rivas. Fastball does catch the outer black, 1 ball, 1 strike.
Really good pitch to Rivas. He pulled that long double his second time up in the first game of the doubleheader. That ball was crushed. The inside half he just hammers.
1-1, and now a pickoff attempt over there to Bubba, and for some reason, instead of going back head first, he goes only on his feet, and he's probably going to rethink that. Pretty good move over there. Moises over there to first. 1 ball, 1 strike the count here to Andrew Rivas. Next delivery, fastball does catch the upper part of the zone. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count, and Rivas 6 for 10 coming into today. Mentioned him going 2 for 3, 8 for 13. Really good start for power, and he's a guy that you're thinking he's probably just going to be playing a lot now. I mean, he's just tearing the ball up, tearing the ball off the cover as the next one swung well out of his shoes on the off speed, well out in front. 1 ball, 2 strikes as he barely got a piece of it.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if Rivas got a piece of that first, but he went down to get a ball down out of the zone just to stay alive. Good off-speed pitch from Escobedo.
Yeah, he's been working that. Looks like a hard slider out of the hands with this fastball. 1-2, goes back to the fastball and fouls it right back to the netting, did Andrew Rivas. Infield, outfield, playing him in their normal depth, not playing him to pull. Even though he's pulled it a lot, at least in the first game, but he's shown that he can go the other way as well. 1-2, Bubba doesn't go. He acted like he was, and the next one is also fouled off again, this time to the left side by the power dugout.
Another perfectly located pitch from Escobedo. And Rivas just fouls that pitch off. I mean, there's nothing you can do when that pitch is just on the outside black with 2 strikes. You're most definitely swinging at that pitch just to stay alive.
Another 1-2 count, out a bigger lead now for Thompson, the biggest lead we've seen, and there's the move over to first, and he is out. He is picked off at first. It looked like his cleat kind of got stuck there on the dirt, and a good move there from Moises.
And it looked like he was taken off for second. That was another step off first base. Looked to me from our vantage point behind home plate that he was probably going on that pitch.
So now from the windup, delivers to Rivas. One misses low, 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Really good at bat though by Andrew Rivas. This is a long battle with Escobedo.
And you just can't really afford to be too aggressive on the base pass in which you give him a out on the base pass. The next one is spiked in the dirt behind the backstop, and now the count runs full to Rivas. But you know, you're in a 1-0 game. You have Rivas, who has swung the bat very well, especially with runners on. Now a 3-2 count, and if he puts one in the gap, you're gonna, regret trying to take that extra step. 3-2. Again, this one's fouled off behind the home plate area. Alonso Reyes would be due up next. Next pitch, and Rivas lines one over the second baseman's head into right field. Another hit for Andrew Rivas. Second hit of the inning, but now just runners at first with 1 out.
That's a similar play that the Bucs made in Game 1. They got thrown out on the bases. Next play was a base hit, and boy, you think the Power are regretting that decision right now. Down 1-0, low-scoring game. This game just has a completely different feel than the first game.
Yeah, it definitely feels like one of those games where you got to just try and get some runs, drive them in, and not really make any miscues on the base pass. Definitely can't afford that as the first one does catch the lower outside corner. to Alonso Reyes for strike one. Reyes 0 for 1 with a line out to left field. Struck it very well, went the other way. It's just right at the left fielder, Noah Madole. Next delivery, fastball misses outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Rivas now taking a pretty decent lead over there at first. Next delivery, foul, back to the netting. Good swing there from Alonso Reyes. He's on it, just got on top of it. Okay, if you guys are just joining us here on the Radio Power Broadcast Network, Jayce Cicinelli, Adam Oppenheim here on the call. Power won the first game of the doubleheader, 14-0, and right now trailing 1-0 here in the top of the 4th. 1 on, 1 out. That runner is Andrew Rivas. A 1-2 count to Alonso Reyes. Here's the 1-2 pitch, and fouls that off to the left side. Just kind of threw the bat at the ball. Got the end of the bat just enough. Get some contact and stay alive. We'll do it again here at 1-2. Aiden Perez due up next. 1-2 pitch, breaking pitch, got him, pulled the string, struck out Reyes, 2 away.
That's a great pitch down in the zone to Reyes. And these are some tough hitters that Escobedo is getting out, and he's just making it look easy right now on the mound. And he's just allowed 3 hits, which, considering how the game went in Game 1, you will certainly take if you're a Bucs fan.
So 2 outs, 3rd strikeout now for Moises. Out of the stretch. And delivers the first pitch. That's a pitch foul back to the home plate area to Aiden Perez. 0 for 1 is Aiden. Ground out to short in his first at bat. And Moises Escobedo just throwing the ball really well. He's just mixing up. He's not being in a rhythm that a lot of pitchers kind of are comfortable to be in. He's mixing it up. He's changing the speeds. And you're feeling like there's pretty much every batter or every other batter, he's starting them off with a different pitch, whether it's a fastball, whether it's a breaking ball. Couple batters, you see him go fastball, fastball, off speed. You're seeing him go off speed, fastball, fastball. He is really mixing it up and making it tough on these power hitters. So 0-1 count here to the Cal State Northridge product. 0-1 to Perez. Breaking pitch just misses outside. Good frame from Cummings, made it a lot closer. Saw him be really good defensively in the first game, saving a lot of wild pitches. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. 1-1. Firm fastball, but that one's driven into left field for a base hit. A hard ground ball right through the 5-6 hole. And the 3rd hit of the inning. Runners at first and second now with 2 outs.
And the power is starting to get more of a feel for Escobedo. And what was, I wouldn't say easy, but how the power were able to get off to that quick lead is pitches in the middle of the zone. Escobedo has thrown a lot of pitches on the corners, and it's not left, those pitches in the upper part of the zone where the power can do damage. Even that ball, it was hit hard by Aiden Perez, but it's not like you can launch that pitch out of the ballpark. It was still a good location from Moises.
First pitch, cut on and miss for strike 1 to Angel Cortez. 0 for 1 with the ground out. And Adam, we talked about it. First start he's been at 3rd base, at least for Palm Springs Power. I doubt it's the first one for the Power, or I doubt it's the first one in his life, I should say, that playing at 3rd base. But he's played it really well. He's had a couple high choppers he's had to make, but he looks very comfortable over there at 3rd. Is the next one spiked in the dirt. Good block from Cummings. 1 ball, 1 strike the count. Runners at first and second with 2 away. Out of the stretch, checks the runners. The high late kick and delivers. A breaking pitch. That one missed up around the zone. 2 balls, 1 strike. Power looking to tie up the game. A runner is Andrew Rivas at second. Aiden Perez is at first. Angel Cortez looking to drive him in. Next delivery, good curveball in there in the zone, and the count runs even at 2-2.
And that 2-1 pitch, you were not looking for a curveball on 2-1, and ends up just clipping the top of the zone. Great pitch. And this is a giant pitch in this game. Still early on, but Moises Escobedo, this is his first time being in just a little bit of trouble.
Yeah, hasn't been out of the stretch a lot before this inning, but since the first batter, he's been in the stretch. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. And this one is lined into left center field. Going back on it is Hawking. And he makes the grab, makes the running backhand grab, the line drive to end the inning. We'll head to the bottom of the 4th. Powers still scoreless on the scoreboard with the Bucs on top, 1-0. We're good. Bottom of the 4th here from Cal Poly Pomona. Power trailing the Bucs 1-0. Holden Phelps back out there for his 4th inning. Has looked really good after just allowing that first run in that first inning. He's pitched a couple scoreless innings, and Ryan Ruck, Jake Long, and Andres Nilsson, 3-4-5 in the order. Here's the 1-0 out of the windup. Phelps spikes a fastball in the dirt. 2 balls, no strikes. Two and 0 the count, the 2-0. And the other one spiked in the dirt, and now it's 3-0. On deck would be Jake Long, the powerful swing in the cleanup spot for the Bucs. Definitely not a guy you want to walk here, the 3-hitter, when you got to deal with a guy like that on deck. And he's swinging 3-0. He had the green light, but Ryan Ruck fouls it off to the right side. Started in the first game, it was partly cloudy, but those clouds have kind of gone away, more toward the way right of us. The next one is fouled back to this home plate area. Now the count runs full to 3-2, but around the stadium and clear skies now. Just a very light breeze. Very windy earlier to start this game. Full count pitch, here it comes, 3-2, and there's a high chopper foul down the right side. Ruck 0 for 1, the DH in the 3-hole, flew out to right. And the Bucs don't really have jerseys. They're more like kind of the dry fit T-shirts. As another one's chopper foul to the right side. No numbers on their back either. Also a mixture of colors. Some of them wearing the black one. Some of them wearing some light gray. Another 3-2 count offering. 3-2, and there's a chopper put in play to the right side. Nick Eli coming in. Throws it to Austin Heller. 4-3 put out, and a good play for Eli for the first out. Just able to get another soft contact. It's a kind of a weird hop toward the end, but Nick Eli showing off the range. He's kind of started playing more up the middle. He had to kind of go a long way. Luckily, it wasn't hit all too hard, and he's able to get there. And here's Jake Long. It takes a fastball low. Doesn't have an official at bat. He's 0 for 0. He had the sac fly RBI back in the first inning. Drove in the first run of the game, and scoring was Jared Hocking, who led off the game with a single. Next pitch, check swing. Doesn't matter. It was upstairs, 2-0. Out of the windup, the 2-0. Another one spiked in the dirt, 3-0. And now you're starting to see Phelps kind of poke at the mound a little bit, wondering if his stepping foot isn't really sticking on that mound. I've seen a lot of pitchers this summer slip a lot as the 3-0. Good pitch, got the swing and miss. Another back-to-back batters, we've seen them swing on the 3-0 green light pitch. 3 balls and a strike. Here's the 3-1. Swing and a miss. Good off speed that time, out in front. And the count runs full to 3-2. On deck, Andreas Nilsson. 3-2. Swung on and missed for strike 3. Good sequence from Phelps after falling behind 3-0. Goes back with 3 straight strikes in the zone and gets the punch out. His third now of the ball game, and Phelps has really dialed in since that first inning. So 2 outs, bases empty for Andreas Nilsson here in the bottom of the 4th. Bucs lead the Power 1-0. First pitch, and that one misses in the dirt. 1 ball, no strikes to Nilsson. Nilsson 0 for 1, struck out looking his first at bat. That was the first strikeout of the ball game. That also ended that bottom of the 1st. Next delivery, and this one is lined up, based it into right field. Good piece of hitting, a fastball in the inner half, and he just turns on it to right field, and a 2-out knock for Nilsson. So 2 outs, 1 on here for Ben Carter, the second baseman for the Bucs. 0 for 1 with a fly out to center. Not a big lead over there at first. Checks the runner, delivers out of the stretch, and a fastball misses outside, 1-0. Here's the 1-0. Fastball upstairs on the check swing, but it's a strike anyways. Good pitch right there on the upper quadrant, able to get that corner here to Ben Carter. And Ben Carter, who didn't play the first game in the doubleheader, one of the new guys in this lineup. Here's the 1-1 delivery. That one misses low, 2-1. You're seeing the quick tempo picked up from Phelps really since that first inning. Felt like more he was taking his time, but has changed it up since that second inning and has been dealing since. Both teams now with 4 hits on the scoreboard. Bucs have 1 run, Power with none as the next one's found back to the screen. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Game that hasn't even been in an hour yet. It's about to be. First pitch was at 3:45, 4:44 right now. Almost to the top of the 5th. Next one misses high. The throw down to second. Runner was on the move, and it's not in time. It's a stolen base for Andreas Nilsson, and he advances now in scoring position with 2 away. And one thing that Phelps does, he does not come home quick enough. And as a runner, if you time it up, even though he does throw hard, you can definitely steal on him as the next one's a breaking pitch, and that one misses for ball 4 on the full count. So 2 runners now have reached back-to-back after the first 2 outs were recorded. And that will send up the third baseman, Kyle Ponganiban. First pitch. That one misses low and in, 1-0. Checks the runner and delivers out of the stretch. Fastball misses well high, 2-0. And right away, you see Alonzo Reyes, the leadership that we've seen from him this summer, quickly talking it over with Phelps. Recognizing that something might be wrong, just kind of slow down the body control, slow down the tempo. Trying to get him back on the same page. Trying to see where his head's at and the mindset as a pitcher. And 2-0 count, and that meeting quickly wraps up. It's a big pitch, big opportunity here for the Bucs, trying to extend their lead. Power trailing 1-0 here in the bottom of the fourth. Hitters count here 2-0. Here it comes. And that one is drilled out to left field, but now going back, and now is camping under it is Perez. And he will make the play. A ball that was hit really hard, but the wind just knocked it down. Turns into a routine fly ball. We'll head to the top of the fifth. Just 1 hour into this ball game. Power trailing the Bucs 1-0. Back here for the top of the fifth. Pinch hitter on for the Power after trailing 1-0 through 4. Going to go to some of their main starters here. Noah Blythe, who played in Game 1, now going to come in as the DH role for Fred Buxton, who finished his day 1-for-1 with a single. As Blythe takes a strike on the top of the zone. 0-1 the count. Next one, he sends this one out to shallow center field. Camped under it is Hawking. And he makes the grab for the first out.
It's really tough in your first at-bat, seeing Escobedo, and that time Blythe just saw a couple of pitches, and now it's going to be Eli Brown.
Yeah, Eli Brown coming in for Nick Eli. So we'll see how the infield-outfield shifts around. I would expect probably Bubba Thompson to come back in the infield as that first one misses low, 1-0.
Unless they somehow have Eli Brown playing the infield, but we haven't seen that this summer.
I mean, him being a lefty, the only position he would be able to play is first base. As the next one misses low as well, 2-0.
But I think you're totally right. Brown's going to move to the outfield, then Bubba Thompson back to the infield.
2-0 to Brown. Big hack, but fouls it off. It was super out in front. That was off the end of his bat. 2 balls and a strike. Here's the 2-1. And that one's chopped foul behind the home plate. Eli Brown in the first game of the doubleheader was 2 for 4, couple RBIs, including a sac fly, a triple, a single, 2 runs scored. Had another multi-hit game, and that was a good first game that he had. Here's the 2-2 pitch, and Brown chops it foul. Got another piece of it. Taking some good hacks here, trying to get on track here for the Power. Casey Dill not messing around. 1-0 ball game, top 5. Immediately going to 2 of his big guns. The next one's fouled off to the left side. Good catch there from Aiden Perez on the ricochet. Talked about the netting all around home plate going down through the dugouts. Making sure it doesn't hit anyone down there. Another 2-2 to Brown. And that one misses outside, and the count runs full to 3-2. On deck would be Michael Gonzalez. Full count offering to Brown. Misses low for ball 4. Continuing to get on base, and Brown draws the walk, a 1-out walk.
That's why it's so big to have Eli Brown in this ball game. So disciplined at the plate. Also has great power, but that time the Power just looking for any ways to get on against Moises Escobedo. Has been so tough on the mound. And they get a speedster with Eli Brown on first base.
A 1-on, 1-out. First pitch, and it's in there for strike 1 to Michael Gonzalez, who had a sac bunt, so no official at bat for him. Didn't play in the first game, getting the start at shortstop here in this one. And a quick pickoff attempt over there to first, but good slide and able to get back as Eli Brown. And Mike Gonzalez is obviously known to be on that championship of the PSCL team. The Blue Sox had an incredible season and beating the Rush in the championship 8-0. Another pickoff attempt there to Nasa. That was close. Brown does get back, but you've seen the good move. You've already seen him pick off Bubba Thompson, and if you're a runner, you got to be very careful with how big of a lead you take.
Brown's just taking the same size lead. He just needs one more step, and he's gone for second.
0-1 delivery. Comes home, and fastball rises up and misses to Gonzalez. 1 ball, 1 strike.
But that's also a great base running lesson. When you dive to the back of the bag, Nielsen at first base has to just move his glove all the way from left to the right side to get out Brown.
Here's the 1-1. Brown doesn't go. There's a curveball, and that one just does miss high, 2-1. We've seen a couple late delay calls from the umpire here, so just making sure that he did call it for a ball. Hitters count now, 2 balls and 1 strike to Gonzalez. Austin Haller on deck for the Power. Here's the 2-1. Foul, back to the screen. Good cut from Gonzalez. He is all over it. But again, just getting on top of it like a lot of these hitters have been.
That pitch was right down the middle by Escobedo, giving him a fastball and seeing if Gonzalez can hit it. Gets a piece of it and fouls it back. Big at-bat with Haller and the top of the lineup on deck.
So another 2-2 count coming up from the belt. And now a pickoff attempt over. Brown again slides head first back easily. And as you mentioned, Adam, yeah, he's continuing to slide toward that back side of the first base bag. And especially for a right-hander over there, it's easier for a lefty because you just catch with your left hand and just a quick swipe. But as a righty, you got to come all the way across your body. And it's just not as easy as a lefty as the next one misses high. And the count runs full now to 3-2. Power looking to get on the scoreboard. They're looking for opportunities. They had one last inning with 3 hits. But we talked about the pickoff, and that really was a rally killer to open up that inning. And now the full count pitch to Gonzalez. Fouls it back to the screen.
And he's shaking his head. He knows that was ball 4 up and in. But it's also extremely hard to not pull the trigger on a pitch with 2 strikes that's in on your hands. Because you don't want to go down looking on strikes.
Yeah, I mean, that was a close pitch. Yes, it was high, but you never know, and it's good for him to protect, and hopefully now he gets a pitch to drive here. 3-2. It was a high fastball, and he skies that out to left field. Coming on is Noah Madole, and he'll easily charge and make the play for route number 2.
Like you mentioned, Jayce, fastball up in the zone, and it was a really good one by Escobedo. That's in the strike zone, and that's one of the best pitches you can throw, a high fastball. And Gonzalez, the lazy fly ball to left field. And now, let's see if Eli Brown takes off for second here with 2 outs.
We got 2 outs here for Austin Haller. 0 for 2, a pop out and a strikeout. Second on the team in hits, only behind Noah Blythe. Was leading for a lot of the year. And Austin puts a charge in the one down the right field line, but now coming in is Long in the win again, just knocking it down, and a routine fly ball made by Jake Long. We'll head to the bottom of the 5th. Power still trailing and are shut out through 5 for the first time this season. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Bottom of the 5th, 8, 9, 10. Noah Madol, Martin Sanchez, and Alex Cummings. Game 1-0 in favor of the Bucs. And Power, again, we mentioned it at the end of our break of the last half inning. First time they've been shut out through the first 5 innings of any game this summer. As the first one is a ground ball right to Michael Gonzalez. A short fires across the diamond in time to retire Noah Madol.
It's a good play by Gonzalez. That bounced up to his waist. That's why you keep your glove on the ground. You can always come up. You don't want to have the ball go underneath you and try to get your glove down, and he made that play look easy.
So 1 out, and the first pitch is spiked for ball 1 to Martin Sanchez. Sanchez 0 for 1 with a flyout. And Phelps has been just really good in this ball game, but just no offensive support in this game for the Power. As the next one, fastball runs inside. That one looked like a 2-seam. Has some tailing inside movement to it. 2 balls, no strikes. Two-0. There's a curveball, and it does catch the top of the zone. 2 balls and a strike. Here's the 2-1. And that one is chopped foul to the left side. That was a fastball inside, and Phelps continuing to work inside. 2 balls, 2 strikes, here the count. Here's the 2-2 delivery, and that one's going to be fouled off to the right side.
Good pitch by Phelps, and really Phelps has looked great today. He's just probably been Moises Escobedo's day, but Phelps has only allowed 1 run, and it came back in the first.
2-2 pitch, and a changeup dives to the lower part of the zone for ball 3, and now the count runs full.
Whole lot of full counts, though, for Phelps. Throwing a lot of pitches.
Yeah, and only 1 walk, as you mentioned, but yeah, I mean, a lot of three-ball counts for sure. Is a 3-2 foul back to the screen. We'll do it again at 3-2.
Well, it just wears on you as a pitcher.
And no bullpen movement yet for Power, so still Phelps' game. And again, he's throwing the ball really well. Just that first run allowed in the first, but that one sails high for ball 4. So a 1-out walk here in the bottom of the 5th for Alex Cummings.
Number 18, Alex Cummings.
Cummings 0 for 1, struck out looking in his first at bat. Three strikeouts for Phelps so far. Quick pickoff attempt over at first, but Martin Sanchez gets back easily. Again, keeping an eye on that runner. Now shows bunt, pulls back for ball 1. Alex Cummings looks like he's being asked upon here to try and get a sac bunt. And now a pinch runner coming in as well. Vanderhook, the pinch runner, coming in for Martin Sanchez. So 1-0 pitch. Fastball right down Broadway, 1 ball, 1 strike. See if Alex Cummings continues to try and square around, but with that pinch runner, that pretty much tells you one thing, and that's that he's going to probably try and steal it back here. Doesn't go, the 1-2. Good stop there from Alonso Reyes. 2 balls, 1 strike.
And I honestly don't mind the decision to bunt for Alex Cummings. He didn't have great swings in his first time up.
Especially when you have Jared Hawkins as the runner goes. The pitch is high, the throw down to second. The tag by Haller, but it's not in time. Austin immediately thought he was out. He was already throwing it to the shortstop as if they got the out. But it doesn't matter according to the umpire. It's second base, and it's a stolen base for Van Hooker. So now a runner at second in a 3-1 count. And this one's on the ground to the right side. Austin Haller comes in, flips it to first. And now that runner at third with 2 outs.
Yeah, Vanderhook, that's a big play, him stealing second base, and then advances to third for the top of the lineup. And it's Jared Hawking, who's 2 for 2 today and has the 1 run scored for the Bucs. They would love an insurance run here in the 5th. You have a feeling the Power offense is going to come to life at some point during this game.
So 2 outs, runner at third, and this is a big run to try and get out of for the Power. You're trailing 1-0. The bats haven't been awake through the first 5 innings. Now you're facing their best hitter in Jared Hawkins, who's 2 for 2 with 2 singles and a run scored as the first one is spiked in the dirt. And another good block from Alonso Reyes. One 0 count. Phelps going to work out of the stretch here with the runner at third and 2 outs. And now Hawkins showing bunt. This is right back to the pitcher, Phelps. He fires to first, takes his time, and gets the out. A 1-3 point out to end the inning. Hawkins decides to gamble on the bunt. Is unsuccessful as we head to the top of the 6th. Power still trailing 1-0. So we're back here for the power. Bubba Thompson, Andrew Rivas, and Alonzo Reyes here in inning number 6. Power trailing the Bucs 1-0. And are scrambling here, trying to get some runs. They're down to their final 12 outs. Obviously still a lot of game left, but just a great job from Moises Escobedo, who spikes the fastball low for ball 1.
And the question for Escobedo is how long can he keep on going? You're not sure who the Bucs have in their bullpen.
1-0 Escobedo delivers, fires a fastball on the outer black. 1 ball, 1 strike. He's done a great job, has limited a lot of damage. Did have an inning where he allowed 3 hits in the 4th, but helped himself out on the mound with a pickoff attempt, and that was picking off this guy right here. Bubba Thompson, the hitter, takes outside 2-1. It's Thompson 1 for 2, a single and a ground out. 2-1. Fastball firm and painted on the outer black.
Yeah, that pitch was close. That's a big pitch. Turns it from 2-2. Could have been 3-1. Really close pitch.
Yeah, definitely borderline. And now Thompson's going to have to battle here in a 2-strike count. 2-2 delivery. And Thompson puts a charge into 1. Deep left field. Sending Madole back all the way to the wall. It's gone. Bubba Thompson has done it again. A solo shot to left field. And this game, most importantly, is tied at 1 here in the 6th.
And that is the place you do not want to throw Bubba Thompson a pitch. Fastball right in the middle of the zone. Absolutely hammered it to left field. Saw the pitches off the outside corner and shook his head at 2 of the called strikes. And guess what? He got a pitch in the middle of the zone. Made no mistake about it. That ball was hammered and sounded really good off the bat, and we're tied at 1.
Yeah, that was a great swing, and Bubba Thompson continuing to impress for power. First pitch there to first pitch did miss low to Andrew Rivas. Takes a big cut, comes up empty. 1 ball, 1 strike. Rivas 1 for 2, pop out in a single, and that was a big swing for Thompson. We talked about it right before he went deep there, trying to scramble and get some runs, and that's what Thompson provided with that power swing as the next one misses low and in, 2-1.
Already 2 home runs in the season and 3 games played for Palm Springs. He had 1 during the PSCL summer all year long.
Next delivery, breaking pitch, good curveball right there to Rivas. Now he looks like he might be hurt there.
A little stretch. The hip.
Might have been a cramp or something. Did not look good. You see the pain there on his face after that pitch he took for a curve, the 2-2. Misses low and the count runs full, and he continues to keep grabbing at it. Looks like his lower left side. So the count runs full, and he's going to stay in now in this at-bat. Base is empty. 3-2 to Rivas. And he hammers one out to center field, but now the wind continuing to knock it down right to Jared Hawking. That was a good swing, but just right at Hawking for out number 1.
Big first down and bounce back from Escobedo. But going back to Bubba Thompson, I mean, this is a guy that played shortstop for the A's in the PSCL, the Power Summer Collegiate League. Was the leader of Jimmy Johnson's team. But in 3 games with the Power, he has become that guy for Palm Springs.
As the first pitch is right down Broadway in there to Alonzo Reyes, 0-1. Reyes 0 for 2, a line out and a strikeout. Here's the 0-1. That one misses in the dirt. 1 ball, 1 strike. Definitely the big hit that the Power needed. Bubba Thompson. A mistake, and he jumped all over it. Tied up the ball game here in the 6th. 1-1 delivery. Good curveball. It was more like a hater, but because of the downward break that it had, that late break, it's able to curve back in the zone. Just catch the topper part, and you saw Reyes wasn't even going to take a snap at that one. So now the 1-2, and Reyes takes high on the fastball. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Wind now starting to come back here in Pomona. Here's the 2-2, and Reyes puts it on the ground and off the pitcher's glove. It ricochets, but goes right to the second baseman. Carter on to first, and it's in time. Your old-fashioned 1-4-3 on the putout for out number 2.
I do wonder what happened if Escobedo didn't deflect that ball. Is there a play to be made? Instead, he deflects it where Ben Carter's in the vicinity of the ball. Stops quickly, turns the other direction to his left, and luckily going towards first base, picks up the ball and tosses it over to Nielsen for the second out.
So 2 outs here for Aiden Perez. Perez 1 for 2, a single and a ground out. Takes a curveball in there, 0-1. Now you're starting to see him throw that pitch more. We haven't really seen that curveball a lot, but seen more like he's been throwing a slider more earlier on, but now he's really mixing in that curveball. Kind of more over the top, like a 12-6. Next one spiked in the dirt on the fastball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the 1-1. This one's on the ground, but chopped foul down the left field line. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Out of the windup. Escobedo delivers, and this one is lined into center field, but right to Hawking for round number 3. Perez puts a good swing on it, but finds leather, and that will retire the side. We'll head to the bottom of the 6th. Power tie it up at 1 against the Inland Valley Bucs on the solo shot by Bubba Thompson. You are watching this on the Power Radio Network. Back on, a new pitcher on for his power debut. It's going to be the right-hander, Cale Matheson. Adam, what can we know about Cale Matheson?
From the Masters University, obviously first appearance for the Power. His most recent spring season, 0-1, 6.07 ERA.
So he pumps a heater right there. That had some lively movement right there. Fastball tail end of the outside corner, 0-1.
And the sidearmer in 26 2/3 innings allowed 18 earned runs.
Another good pitch, but that one, I guess, missed just below the knees. That was a good spot. 1 ball, 1 strike.
And in those 26 2/3 innings, 31 strikeouts, 15 walks. Opponents did hit 303 against him.
Next delivery there is a slider. That one missed outside. 2 balls, 1 strike. 1-1 game, and Casey Dale going to him here in crunch time. Looking for some good innings out of the pen. It's a good job for Phelps. Go 5 innings, just 1 run allowed. He's going to be charged, however, with the no decision as the next one. Fastball's in there. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Matheson out of the stretch with no one on. Here's the 2-2. And in the dirt, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Here to Grant Gray. Gray is 2 for 2 as well, just like his counterpart leadoff hitter Jared Hawking. Couple singles and a stolen base. They both started their first 2 at-bats in the hit column. 3-2 delivery on the full count and misses in the dirt for ball 4. A leadoff walk, and that will send up Ryan Ruck.
That's what you're worried about a little bit with Matheson. About a walk every couple innings, but also has a strikeout per inning, so you take the good with the bad that can come with it. So just got to throw strikes. Throws plenty hard enough.
So here's Ryan Ruck, 0 for 2, a fly out and a ground out. Pumps a strike in there, 0-1.
This will be huge for a 0 on the scoreboard for Palm Springs after that solo shot from Bubba Thompson to tie the game.
0-1 delivery, and that one's fouled to the left side of the screen. 0-2 here, the count. Two out of the stretch, delivers a fastball on the outer, black for strike 3. Perfectly placed and right on cue, Adam. There's his first strikeout and out recorded as a member of the Palm Springs Power.
Alonzo Reyes sets up to be right on the outside corner against the lefty Ruck, and hitting that spot exactly was Matheson, right in the glove, and an easy call for strike 3 on the corner.
So 1 on, 1 out here for Jake Long, 0 for 1 with a sac fly RBI, also a strikeout, and he takes a big swing, came up empty, 0-1. Cale Matheson, you're seeing the lively fastball he's providing, especially from the 90-degree sidearm angle. 0-1, that one's spiked in the dirt. 1 ball, 1 strike.
And that's such a tough play if you're Reyes. You're setting up outside, so when the ball misses a little more in towards the middle of the plate, you don't have time to get in front of that fastball, so it's all in the glove.
1-1. Fastball misses low below the knees. 2 balls, 1 strike. One thing you're seeing, he hasn't really missed up yet. If he's missing, he's missing low, and that's where you want to miss as a pitcher. When you're keeping the ball low, trying to get a ground ball out. 2-1. Fastball on the upper part of the zone, gets the call, 2-2.
I mean, these pitches are just painted from Cale Matheson. Brought in for his first appearance, and this is a pretty big spot to be in.
So now a 2-2 count with 1 away. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Fastball on the outside corner. Got him. Back-to-back punch-outs. Same spot as the other one. And he strikes out Ryan Ruck, and now Jake Long.
A little bit of deja vu there. Once again, it's Reyes. He's just right on that outside corner, sticking his glove right there. And once again, Matheson right in the glove. Barely even has to move to catch that ball.
So after the leadoff walk, back-to-back strikeouts, and Andreas Nilsson, who comes up empty on that swing, 0-1 on the heater. Nilsson's 1 for 2, a single, a stolen base, and a strikeout. Here's the 0-1. Fastball misses low, 1 ball, 1 strike.
As a sidearm pitcher, sometimes you can leave the ball up, but right now everything coming at such a low angle for Matheson, and the ball is staying on that lower half of the zone like you mentioned, Jayce.
Next one misses high and away, 2 balls, 1 strike. Really the first miss we've seen him miss high, and he's has a quick tempo just like Holden Phelps. I feel like a lot of pitchers, obviously they have their different rhythms, but He's continuing to just get back on the rubber and fire as that one is over the head of the first baseman Rivas. It was a broken bat blooper into right, going first to third easily as Grant Gray, and just like that, Bucs are threatening with runners on the corners and 2 away.
Really good piece of hitting by Andres Nielsen. Sort of got sawed off by that pitch, but down the right field line it traveled. And now it's runners on the corners with 2 outs, and just like that, the Bucs are trying to take this lead back.
So runners on the corners, 2 outs for Ben Carter. 0 for 1, a fly out and a walk. Big at bat here. A 1-1 ball game here in the bottom of the 6th. Both teams now with 5 hits. The complete opposite of the first game. Showing bunt pulls it back and misses high for ball 1. We saw Jared Hawking with a runner on in last inning with a runner at third. He showed bunt as well with a drag bunt, but a terrible bunt right back to the pitcher. And right away you're seeing Carter show that, but firing a fastball in there. Didn't show it that time on the outside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike. Wind picking up a little bit. Next one fouled back to the screen. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count.
Ben Carter a little bit behind on the fastball. You think Matheson would probably go back to it here on 1-2.
And now the runner's taken off. Now a step off here. And now they're just going to run him back. And now they're going home, and here's the throw home, and he is out. What a play by Matheson. They were trying to catch him off guard. He stepped off. The runner at first was going halfway, and that was a close play. But Matheson, recognizing the runner from third and Gray, took off immediately after he turned his back and hosed him at the plate, and a good tag as well from the catcher Reyes. We'll head to the top of the 7th. All knotted up 1-1.
Welcome back to Scolinos Field on the campus of the Cal Poly Pomona Broncos. Beautiful afternoon and a great game 2 of this doubleheader. The first game was dominated by the Palm Springs Power. Final score of 14-0 in 7 innings. This one is the opposite story. Top of the 7th, it's a 1-1 ball game. 1 run was scored in the bottom of the first by the Bucs on the sacrifice fly from Jake Long. The other came last half inning by Bubba Thompson. The Palm Springs Power solo home run, his 2nd of the year. And it's a new pitcher on for the Inland Valley Bucs. It's Derek Ryan, who's taken over from Moises Escobedo. Escobedo went 6 innings, allowing just 1 run, and that was the solo home run. 5 hits, and probably the best pitching performance we've seen against Palm Springs this summer. Angel Cortez will lead off against Derek Ryan, the big righty. The kick and the delivery out of the windup. First pitch into left center field. Hawking is moving over into the gap. It's going to fall down and one-hop the wall. Cortez is on his way to second base. He'll be in there standing up. Leadoff double in the 7th. Angel Cortez. The Power's 6th hit of the ball game is a big one. And the Power have the go-ahead run in scoring position.
Yeah, just like that. New pitcher coming in the ballgame, and a good swing from Cortez. Getting that extra base hit in the left center gap, and now you're seeing Kashimoto coming in as a pinch runner.
Cody Kashimoto from St. Mary's will be at second for Noah Blythe. Just who the Power want up in this spot. Noah Blythe flew out to center field after pinch hitting for Fred Buxton. That came back in the 5th. Now is a chance in the 7th to break the tie. First pitch in, off-speed pitch, taken on the outside corner, strike one. Good slider from Derek Ryan. Noah Blythe has delivered all year long. And try to do it again here with Cody Kashimoto at second base. Pinch running for Angel Cortez. He hit the leadoff double. The pitch fouled off to the right side. Another slider just on the outside corner. And Blythe is quickly behind. No balls and 2 strikes. Now Blythe super comfortable working with 2 strikes against Derek Ryan. A look at Kashimoto. Delivery to the plate. Fastball's taken upstairs. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Noah Blythe does not chase out of the zone a ton. Has such a good eye for the zone. And does everything so well on the baseball diamond. 1-2 pitch from Ryan. It's taken low in the dirt. And the count has moved to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two balls, 2 strikes, no outs, top of the 7th. 1-1 game between the Power and the Bucs. Ryan comes home, in on the hands of Blythe, fouled down the third base line where Pogneben will collect. So it stays at 2 balls, 2 strikes on Noah Blythe. Power have 6 hits, Bucs have 5. And no errors in the second game of the doubleheader. Another 2-2 to Blythe. Inside, ball 3. Noah Blythe has worked it from 0-2 to 3-2. Eli Brown waits on deck. He pinch hit for Nick Eli back in the 5th. Walked his first time up. Full count with no outs. Top of the 7th. Tied at 1. Ryan comes to Blythe. It's inside, ball 4. Noah Blythe. Down 0-2, works a walk, and it's first and second with no outs in the 7th for the Power.
Yeah, that's just a great at-bat. You come in, your second at-bat of the game, and now again continuing his on-base streak in every game he's appeared in with the walk.
Eli Brown up with first and second, no outs. Kashimoto at second, Blythe at first. The first pitch. Fastball just misses the outside black, ball 1. Started with the Angel Cortez double into left center field. He was pinch run by Cody Kashimoto. Blythe is at first after the walk. The 1-0 pitch to Brown with Kashimoto taken off. Here's the throw down third. Not in time. Cody Kashimoto, a risky play. The Cashman swipes third.
That was a great read from Cody Kashimoto. I love the gutsy decision as well. Going second to third. And now your aspect as a hitter, if you're Eli Brown, has completely changed. A 2-0 count, you're trying to get a fastball now middle, hopefully middle in, and you can just try and get in the outfield.
And a check back on Blythe at first base, back in time easily. The pitch was outside to Brown, like you mentioned, Jayce. So it's 2-0 on Eli Brown. Runners on the corners, no outs. Kashimoto at third, Blythe at first base. One of the biggest stolen bases for Palm Springs all summer long. Here's the pitch to Brown. Outside corner, strike 1. Painted by Derek Ryan. In his maroon shirt. Doesn't match any of the other fielders who have a combination of black shirts and white shirts. And a gray shirt behind the plate, and Alex Cummings. The 2-1 pitch to Brown. It's taken just out, and the count is a hitter's count at 3-1. Three and 1 to Brown with runners on the corners. No outs. The pitch fouled back. Eli Brown so aggressive in these hitters' counts. And Eli Brown will call time. 3 balls, 2 strikes, no outs. Top of the 7th, 1-1 game. Bucs scored the run in the first. Power scored the run in the 6th. A solo home run from Bubba Thompson. Kashimoto on third, Blythe on first. Here comes the payoff pitch to Brown. Foul tipped and back into the netting. A really good battle from Eli Brown at Mercer University. Coming off the bench in the 5th and now trying to deliver in the 7th inning for Palm Springs. Blythe takes off for second. The pitch is low, ball 4. The bases are loaded with no outs in the 7th.
Another good at bat. Noah Blythe, Eli Brown, back-to-back at bats. You've been in a 2-strike count your whole at bat, and you're trying to get on base. You're trying to do anything you can, and you just weren't given anything. And just good eyes from both of them, drawing the good walks, and now tough situation for the Bucs.
Bases loaded for Michael Gonzalez. The infield comes in for the Bucs. Just outside the infield grass. Gonzalez squares around a bunt. It's going to come back to the pitcher. Coming in to score is Kashimoto. Only plays at first. They get him out at first. But Michael Gonzalez, a huge play, a suicide squeeze, brings home Cody Kashimoto. The Power take the lead in the 7th. It's 2-1.
Yeah, sack bunt RBI right there. That was a great bunt from Michael Gonzalez. Picking up another RBI and just, again, another good bunt. That's his 2nd sack bunt of the game. A safety squeeze right there, the runner coming home, and a good bunt. And that's what you want to do. You don't want to bunt it past the pitcher. You want to get it to the right side or the left side, and that's exactly what he's able to do. 2nd
and 3rd with 1 out. Infield remains in for Austin Haller. Takes a first pitch strike on the outer black. So with Cody Kashimoto scoring on the sacrifice bunt from Gonzalez, Blythe also moved over to 3rd. Eli Brown a 2nd. The infield once again remains in for the Bucs. Austin Haller looking for a big hit and an insurance run in this ball game. It all started with a leadoff double from Angel Cortez. No balls, 1 strike to Haller. The pitch just got a piece of it, stays at the plate. And it's 0-2 on Haller. Giant spot. The Power have surged in front, tied it in the 6th on the Bubba Thompson solo home run. He waits on deck and have gone ahead on the sacrifice bunt from Michael Gonzalez that scored Cody Kashimoto. 0-2 with 1 on Haller. Here's the pitch. It's in the dirt, and Blythe is going to stay at 3rd base as it just was able to stay in front of Alex Cummings. Lost it for a moment, back into his left. Glove came off. He went sprawling out towards the 3rd base line to make the play. Blythe a little bit of indecision. You don't want to make it out at home. But that's a big block behind the plate. Blythe still at 3rd. Eli Brown at 2nd. 2-1 Power in the top of the 7th. A 1-2 count with 1 out. Derek Ryan will fire to the plate. Off-speed pitch. Ground to the first baseman, Nielsen. He can step on. The bag will come home. Blythe is out at the plate. A double play as Andres Nielsen stepped on the bag to retire Haller. Threw towards home. Noah Blythe went in standing up and was tagged out. But the Power take the lead in the 7th on a sacrifice bunt from Michael Gonzalez to score Cody Kashimoto. It's time to stretch. We head to the bottom of the 7th. The Power lead the Bucs. It's 2-1. You're listening to Palm Springs Power Baseball on the Power Baseball Radio Network. Back here for the bottom of the 7th. The Power have taken the lead. It's 2-1 on a sacrifice bunt from Michael Gonzalez. Ben Carter is up. We'll take the first pitch inside. Ben Carter was going to hit in the bottom of the 6th inning, but Grant Gray was picked off trying to come home. It's Cale Matheson on for a 2nd inning of work. And a high leverage spot. Slider is in there for strike 1. Frisbee slider freezes Carter on the outside corner, and the count moves to 1-1. No outs, bottom of the 7th. 2-1. Power lead the Bucs. They lead in hits 6-5. No errors by either team. Next pitch popped up behind home plate, over the netting, and drifting foul. One ball and 2 strikes on Ben Carter. Cale Matheson, sort of a sidearm delivery from the right side. The 1-2 comes home on the outside corner, strike 3. 3rd time he has struck a Buck player out looking, and that time Ben Carter is down on strikes.
Number 25, Kyle Pongani-Bon.
Kyle Pongani-Bon will be next up. He's 0 for 2 on the day. Pop out to hauler in foul territory, and a fly out to Perez in left field. Takes a first pitch strike on a heater. Cale Matheson. Can nickname him the painter. He is painting corners all day long. The 0-1 pitch on the inside corner. Right back to Matheson. He's going to jog over to the bag. Underhand toss to Rivas for out number 2. So 2 up, 2 down here in the 7th.
Number 48, Noah Madol.
Brings up Noah Madol, who's 0 for 2 with 2 ground balls. Bottom of the 7th. After a quick stretch break here at Scolinos Field. First pitch in from Matheson, swing and a miss, strike 1. Fastball down in the zone that looked like it was going to come towards the middle of the plate. And the bottom just dropped out of it. The 0-1 pitch. Slider misses outside. It's 1-1. Matheson ends in a lot of different directions on the mound. It works for him, but sometimes he's spinning himself around, putting so much torque on his arm. The 1-1 pitch. Misses just low. And the count's 2 balls, 1 strike with 2 outs. New third baseman in for the Power is Bubba Thompson. The rest of the infield is the same. Here comes the 2-1 pitch. Misses low and outside. It's a 3-1 count on Noah Madol. The Bucs are looking for some base runners. They have not had a lot of traffic on the bases. Had a couple of runners at third. Have missed down those chances. The 3-1 pitch. Inside corner, strike 2. Caught the upper inside part of the zone. And here's a big full count pitch coming up with 2 outs. Full count with 2 outs, bottom of the 7th. Noah Madol will get the pitch from Matheson. Slow chopper, Matheson off the mound, will sidearm to first. In time to get him. Oh, what a play. Cale Matheson got off the mound fairly quickly down the third baseline on a slow ground ball. Fired sidearm style to first in time. A 1-2-3 inning from Cale Matheson. A strikeout and 2 grounders back to the pitcher. We head to the 8th and a tight one between the Power and the Bucs. Palm Springs leads Inland Valley by a score of 2-1. We'll be right back with more action as you're listening to Palm Springs Power Baseball on the Power Baseball Radio Network. Bubba Thompson leads off the top of the 8th for the Palm Springs Power. He's had a big day at the plate in both games. 2 for 3. Solo home run his last time out. We'll take a first pitch strike from Derek Ryan back here at Scalino's Field on the campus of the Cal Poly Pomona Broncos. In Pomona, California, about an hour and a half away from Palm Springs, California. Power looking for an insurance run. Off-speed pitch, check swing. Bubba Thompson fouls it off near the Bucs dugout. Counts 0-2 on Bubba Thompson. The big-time slugger. 2 home runs in his first 3 games with the Palm Springs Power. The 0-2 pitch from Ryan. Breaking ball, lined over the head of Grant Gray into left field. A base hit for Bubba Thompson. A 3-hit day for Bubba Thompson. And he's aboard for the 3rd time. Although that's just in game 2 of the doubleheader, Jayce.
Yeah, he's looking to make a case at him for player of the game in both games. He talked about 3 for 4 last game, 4 RBIs, a walk and a run scored. And today, in this game, in game 2, 3 for 4, a home run, an RBI, and a run scored.
Andrew Rivas is up with Bubba Thompson on first base. Ryan delivers to Rivas. It's in the dirt, ball 1. Really the only mistake Bubba Thompson's made today in either game was in the 4th when he got picked off by Moises Escobedo, who just allowed 1 run in 6 innings. The next pitch, it's in the dirt again to Andrew Rivas, who's 1 for 3 with a single back in the 4th. Going to give the pitching staff a little more comfort on the mound to try to sweep this doubleheader against a feisty Inland Valley Bucs team. The 2-0 pitch, it's on the ground of the second baseman Carter. He's going to feel off a couple of hops. It's by him. There will be no play. E4, it's a costly one on Ben Carter, who looked to have the ball about shoulder height and just glanced off his glove just into the dirt behind him. Not far away, but he had no play, and it's 1st and 2nd, no outs.
And that error's occurred because you see Bubba Thompson running right in front of him. It's almost like he blinded him. Smartly done by him, even though that wasn't even planned. And that's how he bobbled the ball.
Here's Alonso Reyes, 1st and 2nd, no outs. 2-1 is the score, top of the 8th. First pitch catches the outside corner on Alonso Reyes. Strike 1. He's 0 for 3. Looking for a big hit to give the Power some room to work with. In the top of the 8th, a tight one here at Scalino's Field, Pomona, California. That pitch is fouled off back at the bottom of the net. No balls, 2 strikes on Alonso Reyes. Bubba Thompson on second base after his leadoff hit. Andrew Rivas reached on the E4 against Ben Carter. The first error of the game by either team. It is a costly one.
Yeah, Power need to chip away and get more here. Just 1 run. You're up here in the top of the 8th. Trying to get more here.
A game that got out of hand quickly. It ended in 7 innings, 14-0. This game has had a way different feel. 2-1 ball game, top of the 8th. The 0-2 pitch to Reyes. It's on the ground of Carter. It's going to flip over to second for 1 on the first double play. A huge 4-6-3 double play. And the Twin Killings makes it 2 outs in the 8th.
Yeah, Twin Killing is right. You talk about, I mean, you hit the ball right there on the screws, but just right at the second baseman. Hits it hard, but right to Ben Carter, and just an easy 4-6-3. I mean, that's a rally killer, and now you just have a runner at third with 2 outs.
The runner at third is Bubba Thompson for Aiden Perez, looking to come through. First pitch to Perez. Taken at the top of the zone, strike 1, off-speed pitch. Cody Kashimoto is on deck after he pinch ran for Cortez and is the go-ahead run. Or was the go-ahead run as the 0-1 pitch. Fly ball down the first base line. Foul. And anything in between behind Alex Cummings, Bubba Thompson, you think would be pretty aggressive with this secondary lead. Try to push another run across, but right now it's 0-2 on Aiden Perez. Derek Ryan on the mound. Out of the windup. Here the pitch comes to Perez. Slow ground ball to Ben Carter at second base. He's going to fire to first in time. The Inland Valley Bucs and Derek Ryan get out of a first and second no-out jam. And the Power lead remains at just 1. We head to the home half of the 8th. 2-1, the Power lead the Bucs. You're listening to Palm Springs Power Baseball on the Power Baseball Radio Network. Welcome back to Scolinos Field on the campus of Cal Poly Pomona. New pitcher in for the Palm Springs Power. It's Peyton Von Canel coming up from the PSCL, pitched for the A's. And 6 games, started all 4.60 ERA.
Number 41, Peyton Von Canel.
31 and a third innings pitched. 30 strikeouts and 23 walks. The key, Jayce, it's not walking batters right now. In a 1-run game, the Power lead the Bucs 2-1, bottom of the 8th.
Yeah, and what we saw from Von Canel back in his best outing of the season, a complete game in that playoff game to beat the 1-seed Lumberjacks. And what he does very well, Adam, is he loves to throw his slider a lot. He will throw that almost as many times as his fastball. And, he noticed. He even told us in the post-game interview when they won the game that he recognized his fastball wasn't on point early on, so then he went to more of his sliders and his changeup. And, he just, when he has a feel for all 3 of his pitches, watch out, because this guy can dial it in.
Bubba Thompson, also from the A's, will hand the ball over to their ace, Peyton Von Canel, now up with the Palm Springs Power in a giant spot. And will face Martin Sanchez to begin the bottom of the 8th. What a big spot for Peyton Von Canel. Out of the stretch. The first pitch in. Just misses the outside corner. Ball 1. It's 1-0. 2-1 Power over the Bucs, bottom of the 8th. They've out-hit Inland Valley. 7-5 is that ball. Is a ground ball up the middle. Michael Gonzalez over second base will make the throw. It's a low one, but Rivas scoops it out.
Yeah, that's a good play right there from Gonzalez coming in on that ball, and also a good scoop from Rivas. And Von Canel starting his outing really good with a 6-3 ground out.
It will be Nick Mascaro, a pinch hitter for the Inland Valley Bucs, with 1 out in the bottom of the 8th. So important first out for Peyton Von Canel. Here comes the first pitch to Mascaro. Misses outside, ball 1. One and 0 on Mascaro with 1 out. Von Canel, the righty, will come to the plate and miss in the dirt. 2 balls, no strikes.
Yeah, and Von Canel's a guy, he can obviously go more than one inning. He's normally a starting pitch here, and he's asked upon to potentially come out here for the 6-out save.
But he's behind 2-0 to Mascaro. The pitch in on the hands. He fouls it off into the netting. That bounces into the power dugout. Jared Hawking waits on deck. One of the most dangerous hitters in this Bucs lineup. One of the best hitters in the CPCL. The 2-1 pitch. Fouled off to the left side. The top of the netting. Two and two with 1 out. In a 2-1 ball game, bottom of the 8th. Bucs trying to strike for at least 1 to get the game back to even. The 2-2 pitch from Von Canel. Softly grounded on the first base line. Foul. Remains at 2 strikes. Peyton Von Canel, the righty. Out of the stretch, the 2-2 pitch. Fouled off and right at the top of the netting as it bounces back onto the field. Into the field of play down the third base line. It is a foul ball, though, Jayce. Hit the net.
Yes, it hit the net, and every time there's a ball to that left or right side, you see both dugouts just making sure that they're paying attention as it keeps ricocheting there off that net.
We'll do another 2-2 pitch. On the outside corner, strike 3. Mascar is rung up on strikes. A fastball painted on the outside corner from Peyton Von Canel, and there's 2 outs here in the 8th.
And that's another thing, Adam, that he does very well. He can work east to west with his fastball. He can go north to south. He can live on all 4 of the corners of the zone. Throws a good pitch on the outer half, able to retire the pinch hitter, Mascaro.
Jared Hawking. And the top of the lineup, at the top of the lineup, is now at the plate. First pitch is fouled off to the right side. Peyton Von Canel throwing a lot of strikes so far. Been pounding the zone, and it's paid dividends so far. No balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Bottom of the 8th. Power lead the Bucs 2-1. Peyton Von Canel's 0-1 pitch. Misses just low on a breaking ball. Counts even at 1 on Jared Hawking. The 1-1 pitch. Catches the bottom of the zone, strike 2. 1-2 on Jared Hawking. And Peyton Von Canel trying to complete his first inning with the Palm Springs Power. Looking to have it be a scoreless one here in the 8th. A high leverage spot. Peyton Von Canel. Ready at the belt. The 1-2 pitch. It's in the dirt. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bottom of the 8th. Second game of a doubleheader. The first game was a blowout, 14-0 in 7 innings. Let's do the 2-2 again. Here it comes. Pop fly down the first base line. Foul. Really good battle from Jared Hawking. Played a lot his freshman year at UCLA. Had right near 300 in terms of average. Didn't play a ton his sophomore year. It was a little bit of a struggle, but right now, trying to get this Bucs team to claw back into this game. The 2-2 pitch. Lined right at the second baseman, Austin Haller. A ball that was hit right on the button by Jared Hawking like he's done all day long. But it's out number 3 in a 1-2-3 inning for Peyton Von Canel. We head to the 9th. The Power maintain a 1-run lead. It's 2-1. You're listening to Palm Springs Power Baseball on the Power Baseball Radio Network. Stay with us. Welcome back to Palm Springs Power Baseball on the Power Baseball Radio Network. Top of the ninth, the Power lead the Bucs 2-1. New pitcher is Brock Grillo for the Bucs, the lefty. Will face Cody Kashimoto. First ball is a ground ball to third baseman Panigabom, and the throw is off the mark. Down the first baseline it goes. Cody Kashimoto scoots into second base as it's fumbled around in the corner. And it's an E5. It's a big one.
Yeah, another error, but Power will take it. Just keep putting the ball in play. Got to get some insurance runs here. Only up 2-1. And a good job to do that, and you're in scoring position just like that.
And in steps Noah Blythe with a runner on second. And no outs. Looking to give the Power insurance run. He was cut down back in the seventh on a ground ball double play. That was hit to the first baseman, Nielsen. First pitch to Blythe. It's in the air down the first base line. Nielsen will give chase near the net. Makes the catch. Cody Kashimoto will fake the tag towards third as Noah Blythe pops out in foul territory, not happy. Just trying to move the runner over the third. And it's the first out of the ninth. It's a huge one for Brock Grillo.
Yeah, trying to, hit one out or hit one deep in the ballpark. And just, I mean, you see the frustration. He thought it was a pitch right there. He should have drove. See him liking to work all fields, but got away with one there for the pitcher.
Here's Eli Brown. Takes a first pitch in for a strike. Cody Kashimoto at second base. The Pong Nibaban air. The 0-1 pitch to Brown. It's in the dirt. Ball one. And Cody Kashimoto advanced to second on that throw as well. And a E5, both errors have been brutal ones for the Inland Valley Bucs. Trying to knock off this Power team that has not lost all summer long. The 1-1 pitch to Eli Brown. Line, Pondigabai at shortstop will gather and field his feet. Throw on a first. Not going to be in time. Kyle Ponigaban couldn't make the play, and it's first and second with one out as Kashimoto stayed put.
Yeah, infield single right there for Eli Brown. He's able to get a base hit right there up the middle. Beat it out. Tough play there. Across the diamond there from the shortstop, and he'll beat it out with a single.
See what the Power do with first and second, one out. Does Kashimoto try to steal third again? He does steal third on the first pitch. Ground ball to Ponigaman, shortstop will flip over to second for one, not in time. On the first, he's out at first. Eli Brown beat the throw at second base. It's a fielder's choice where they went 6-4. He was safe there. On to first base, he was out at first. Wow, is that an unconventional play? But it makes it 2 outs in the inning with runners on second and third.
Yeah, you see the frustration there from Gonzalez, probably recognizing that. He probably should have taken that pitch, recognizing that both the runners were easily going to get to second and third. But just like that, there's 2 outs now.
Austin Haller will step in with Eli Brown at second base, Kashimoto at third. 2 outs, top of the ninth, Power lead at 2-1. Left on left matchup. Brock Grillo against Austin Haller. Takes the first pitch away, ball one. Haller looking for a big hit. Has cooled off as of late, but nothing will be better than insurance run or runs for the Power. Brown at second, Kashimoto at third. Grillo on the mound, the 1-0 pitch. It's taken low and away. It's 2-0. Bubba Thompson waits on deck. He's had a giant day at the plate.
Yeah, that's a big at-bat here for Haller. Obviously, what he's been able to do all summer long for Power. And, I mean, a base hit right here scores 2 and you double your lead.
2-0 on Haller. The pitch inside. Just barely didn't clip him on his back as he turned away to the Hilltopper Haller. He's up 3-0 on the count with 2 outs. We'll see if he has the green light here from manager Casey Dill. 3-0 from Grillo. The 3-0 pitch comes home. Misses low and outside, ball 4. The bases are loaded for Bubba Thompson.
Yeah, for the dangerous hitter and the power, all double-header long, Adam, today. And, I mean, you're making a case for player of the game again with obviously the solo home run in Game 2 and already player of the game in Game 1. And, I mean, what better way than come up with bases loaded, 2 outs, probably your last at-bat of the day right here, and see if you can come through yet again.
Bubba Thompson, 3 for 4 on the day, single in the 4th, solo home run in the 6th. That got the power on the board and tied the game at 1, and a single in the 8th. Bases full of power. Kashimoto at 3rd, Brown at 2nd, Haller at 1st. 2 outs, top of the 9th. First pitch in. Catches the top of the zone, strike 1. Giant spot for Palm Springs against Inland Valley team that has fought all of Game 2. Top of the 9th and a 0-1 count with 2 outs on Bubba Thompson. Looking to deliver one more time today. The 0-1 pitch, it's in the dirt. Nice block by Alex Cummings behind the plate.
Yeah, another good block right there. And you see Kashimoto, his speed all season long, what he can do at third base, and if he gets a good secondary lead, but a good block.
Bases loaded, 2 outs. 1-1 on Bubba Thompson. Catches the outside corner, strike 2 on the pitch. Big call, and Bubba Thompson is behind 1-2. Kashimoto at 3rd, Brown at 2nd, Haller at 1st. 2-1 ball game with 2 outs. Brock Grillo shakes off a couple of signs. Is set at the belt. Here he comes home with the 1-2 pitch. It's ground to the first baseman, Nielsen. He's going to step on the bag himself. Brock Grillo works out of a bases-loaded jam. The power lead is just 1. We head to the bottom of the 9th. Palm Springs hanging on against the Inland Valley Bucs by a score of 2-1. Stay with us. We have a great finish in store here from Pomona, California. You're listening to Palm Springs Power Baseball on the Power Baseball Radio Network. Bottom of the 9th here at Cal Poly Pomona at Scolinos Field. The Palm Springs Power leading the Inland Valley Bucs 2-1. Bottom of the 9th. Peyton Von Cano will face 2-3-4 in the lineup for the Bucs. Grant Gray, Ryan Ruck, Jake Long. Von Cano through a scoreless 8th inning. 1-2-3. Will face Gray. Right on right matchup. First pitch. It's a strike. At the bottom of the zone, Peyton Von Cano looking to be the hero in Game 2 of this doubleheader against the Inland Valley Bucs in the lowest scoring game all summer long. The 0-1 pitch, it's in the dirt. 1 ball, 1 strike. Adam Oppenheim alongside Jayce Cicinelli. Glad you could join us here on the Power Baseball Radio Network. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 on the power lead, bottom of the 9th. Here's the pitch. Catches the bottom of the zone, strike 2. Good fastball from Peyton Von Cano. He has looked sharp, and he's gone great 2 strikes. He's 1 for 2, base hit back in the first, also walked in the 6th. The 1-2 pitch from Von Cano. And the dirt lost a little bit of feel on that pitch as he looked at his hand, wiped it off, and already back on the mound. Out of the stretch, even with the bases empty. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch comes home to Gray. Misses away for ball 3. A huge first at bat here in the 9th. The Bucs trying to get the leadoff runner on. The Power trying to have a clean 9th inning. 3-2 is the count. Peyton Von Cano to Grant Gray. The righty will fire the pitch. Catches the top of the zone. Strike 3 called. A massive call here in the 9th. And Grant Gray is down on strikes.
Yeah, that's a borderline call right there. That could have gone either way, 50-50. And that's a pitch you'll take if you're Peyton Von Cano on the mound. You get that all-important out number 1 in a 1-run game here in the bottom of the 9th.
Here's Ryan Ruck. He's 0 for 3 with a strikeout back in the 6th. First pitch in, it hits him. Hits his leg, and he's on to first base with 1 out. I was just about to say Grant Gray got rung up on strikes. If that pitch was not called a strike, he would have been the leadoff runner on first base. But either way, in the Inland Valley, with Jake Long at the plate, has a chance to tie the game here in the 9th, tying run on first base. Jake Long, 0 for 2, sacrifice fly back in the first. The only run bad end for the Bucs, so that came all the way back in the first. Ryan Ruck pretty sizably at first. Stays put, pitches high and outside, ball 1. Long, and those 2 at-bats, 2 strikeouts. Peyton Von Cano trying to induce a game-ending double play. Jake Long, the lefty, will get the 1-0 pitch. It misses high, and the count is 2 balls and no strikes.
And this is a dangerous hitter, Adam. This is probably their most powerful threat here in this lineup, and you do not want to miss down the middle here on a 2-0 count.
2-0 with Ruck on first base. Ruck takes off for second. He got a great jump. Pitches a strike. Throw it on a second. It's not in time. Stolen base, Ryan Ruck, and the tying run is at second base.
And now if you're Von Cano, you really got to make some efficient pitches here. A base hit and potentially a tie ball game here in the 9th.
2-1 with 1 out. Tying run on second base. 2-1 Power over the Bucs. 2-1 pitch. Von Cano lost the grip on an off-speed pitch. It went way high. It's 3 balls and 1 strike, and Reyes was about to meet on the mound. Try to sell down Von Cano. He'll let him ride here at 3-1.
Starting to see some stretching down there in the pen. Looks like Johnny Young warming up for the Power down there in the pen.
3-1 on Jake Long. At second is Ryan Ruck. The 3-1 pitch. Misses just outside, ball 4. It's first and second with 1 out for the Inland Valley Bucs. Tying runs on second. Winning run is on first. That brings Reed Santos out to the mound. The Power pitching coach for the first time all day long.
Yeah, this is a dangerous spot here for the Power. You have the winning run at first, the tying run at second with just 1 out. All it takes is a ball in the gap, and it could get really scary.
Andres Nielsen is waiting for his chance to try to tie or maybe even win the game. He's 2 for 3. The strikeout in the first, base hit in the 4th, base hit in the 6th. Power 27-0 on the year. They've won 46 straight games dating back to last season. That winning streak is certainly in jeopardy now. At the hands of the Inland Valley Bucs. After the mound meeting, including the infield, and pitching coach Reed Santos for Palm Springs, brings up Andres Nielsen. 2 for 3 with first and second, and 1 out. At second is Ruck. At first base is Long, looking for a ground ball to get out of this game with a victory. The Bucs have other ideas. Von Cano looks back at Ruck. Will fire the first pitch to Nielsen, way outside, ball 1. Reyes just able to catch that ball outside of the zone. Reyes a couple turns back to the dugout. You wonder if someone's warming in the pen. This is a big spot. Moncano had a 1-2-3 8th inning, a little bit of struggle after getting the first out on a strikeout. And now a turn back to second base. Not quite in time. Michael Gonzalez came up and behind Ruck did the shortstop. The pickoff play was on. Ruck got back in time. Gonzalez dropped it anyways.
Yeah, I love that pickoff attempt right there because now that runner is second, probably going to take a shorter lead, and you do not want to get picked off here.
1-0 pitch to Andres Nielsen. Here it comes home. Misses upstairs. It's 2-0.
Yeah, 2-0, and just doesn't look the same like he looked last inning. A 1-2-3 dominant inning, including a strikeout, but just not really getting a lot of balls that he would like in the zone.
2 balls, no strikes, 1 out. First and second. Power up 2-1. That's a pop fly. It's into the outfield grass. Aiden Perez comes on. Michael Gonzalez comes out from his shortstop position to make the catch. Swinging on 2-0. Andres Nielsen pops out into the outfield grass where Michael Gonzalez, the shortstop, ranged out for out number 2 of the 9th.
I love that play from Michael Gonzalez. The captain of the infield, as the shortstop's called, calling out the, obviously with the outfielder coming in, it's obviously easier for Aiden Perez out there in left, but going back, big play.
2 outs, first and second. The power lay at 2-1. First pitch into Ben Carter, squaring around a bunt down the third baseline. It rolls foul. A good idea, but you're just hoping the power throw that ball away because you have no chance to score on a bunt. So the runner at second is still Ryan Ruck. He was hit by the pitch. It was a strikeout to start on Grant Gray from Von Cano. Hit by pitch for Ruck. He advanced to second on the stolen base. Jake Long walked, and Andres Nielsen popped out to the shortstop Gonzalez, who went all the way into left field to make the catch. No balls, 1 strike, 2 outs on Ben Carter. Power 27-0 on the year. 46 straight wins dating back to last season. They lead by 1. Bucs have not scored since the first inning. The Power trying to keep it that way. No balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. First and second. Payne and Von Cano. A look towards second. Delivers to the plate. Pop up. Foul to the right side. And the Bucs are down to their final strike.
And already you're seeing that confidence from Von Cano after getting that quick pop out. A big out number 2 goes ahead right here, 1 strike away.
Ben Carter 0 for 2 with the walk in the 4th. Payne Von Cano stares into his catcher Alonzo Reyes. The 0-2 pitch comes home. Misses in the dirt. It's 1-2. Alonzo Reyes, great block behind the plate.
Great block. You talk about potential of saving game situation. Runners would have advanced to the second and third. You have the winning run then. That would have been at second base.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. First and second, power lead 2-1, bottom of the 9th, trying to keep their perfect season alive. Von Cano fires home, just misses high. And the count's even at 2-2. Ben Carr looking to come through for his team in the clutch. Bottom of the 9th, doesn't get much bigger than this with 2 outs. Tying run at second, winning run at first. Bucs trail by 1 over the Power. Von Cano, the 2-2 pitch. Line into center field. Eli Brown is there. He makes the catch. A line drive out to end it. The Power hold on. They move to 28-0 on the season. The Palm Springs perfect season is alive.
What a game by the Palm Springs Power pitching staff in Game 2. The offense really just not producing runs that we saw in the first game, 14-0. They win this one 2-1, and the dominant pitch performance, obviously starting on the mound with Holden Phelps. He goes 5 innings of 1 run, and then the bullpen with 4 dominant shutout innings. Cale Matheson in his Power debut, 2 shutout, and Peyton Von Cano in his first Power debut as well, also big with the 6-out save.
The first game of the doubleheader was 14-0 in 7 innings. The Bucs came to play in Game 2, and we got a thriller. The Palm Springs Power hang on 2-1. Peyton Von Cano picks up the save and a couple innings of work. It was a line drive to center field, hit well by Ben Carter, but Eli Brown, as always, was right there to make the catch. The Power sweep the doubleheader against the Inland Valley Bucs. Jayce, your final thoughts on today's pair of games?
Yeah, I mean, this is a big series. First of all, Power, a team in the Pirates who they haven't even faced yet, and that's a big, big start. You face them 2 times tomorrow and Saturday, both at home, tomorrow and Saturday, both at home. And, I mean, you talk about just the good pitching that we saw all game long. Go back to Brenton Fields in game 1, what he was able to do to start him on the right page. Power getting their first shutout win of the season. A combined, Adam, 1 run allowed out of the 16 innings that the Power pitching pitched in today.
Once again, the final scores here from Cal Poly Pomona at Scolinos Field. Final score of the first game, Palm Springs Power 14, the Inland Valley Bucs 0 in 7 innings. Our second game was a thriller. Palm Springs Power 2, the Inland Valley Bucs 1. They sweep the doubleheader, stay undefeated on the season, and improve to 28-0, 47 straight wins dating back to last season. That's going to do it here as the Palm Springs Power sweep the doubleheader against the Inland Valley Bucs. For my partner, Jayce Cicinelli, I'm Adam Oppenheim saying so long. Thank you so much for tuning in here from Pomona, California at Cal Poly Pomona and Scolinos Field. You have been listening to Palm Springs Power Baseball on the Power Baseball Radio Network.